So Henry, you guys been in camp since August 7th, or about
Here,
there?
yeah, August 7th here, and then 2 weeks before in Riverside. So it's going to be a total of 8.5, 9 weeks of camp.
8.5, 9 weeks.
I know the date, like when the date first came out about us fighting Klitschko, we had already knew, a couple weeks prior what was going on behind the scenes. So
Yeah, so you were ready. You guys
yeah, we were ready. We had kind of got started kind of quickly, and they tried to push us into the September 12th date, and obviously initially we rejected. We had asked for October 3rd, which was our original date to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But with RTL and HBO trying to get matching dates, it ended up being the 26th. And we said, screw it. It was only a week sooner than we had originally were planning to fight anyway. So we went.
So you were cool with that. Now you guys brought in Daryl Hudson. He had been working with Winky Wright and other fighters.
Right.
Tell me how that's worked out. Daryl said he was very impressed with working with Chris.
Right. I think Daryl was a little surprised how athletic Chris actually is. Despite what people say, it's gone great, to be honest. I couldn't have asked for a better camp. Daryl's implemented a great conditioning program, conducive to what we're trying to do in the fight. As far as the core conditioning, as far as the legs and stuff. And it's just gone great. We've cut back a little bit now as the fight approaches, especially on the days that we're sparring. And but other than that, it's been great.
Now, in the past, I think everybody that's watched Chris, develop, nobody questions his talent and skills. But he even admits that at certain times against lesser fighters, he just wasn't as motivated.
No, obviously that was something we struggled with at times. Trying to keep him properly motivated for certain opponents. And for some opponents, he just wasn't motivated at all. And it's not an excuse. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But that hasn't been the case here. There's
Vitali,
no lack of motivation for Vitali Klitschko and a world heavyweight title fight.
And the first Mexican to ever do it.
Attempting to do it.
Yeah. You were just bringing up an interesting point where a lot of people look at this fight and they go, God, these guys are going to be bombing away. It might end early, and you don't see it that way.
No, I really don't. I know most people feel our only chance of winning is to jump on them early. I don't feel we necessarily have to jump on them recklessly. Our thing is to little by little pressure them, go to the body. I don't think you're going to break Vitali Klitschko down early. To me, I see a victory coming of 9-10 rounds of continuously breaking him down to the body. Like I said, if after 3 rounds, I wouldn't be surprised if we're down 3 rounds to none, because I think it's going to be a process of a couple rounds where Chris figures them out, and then the process of breaking them down from there. I don't see a short fight, to be honest. I'll be happy if I'm wrong, but I don't see a short fight.
Do you see it more like when I see Chris? A lot of times he doesn't remind me as a heavyweight. It's like a welterweight fighter that's constant pressure, constantly on the attack, wearing guys down, like you said.
Right. The one thing that I don't think Chris gets a lot of credit for is his boxing IQ. He's a far greater intelligent fighter than people give him credit for. I think they see the tattoos, see the 15 to 20 pounds of excess weight, and automatically already have a preconceived notion. They think he's just a brawler. But, the guy is a very good counter puncher. Got high ring intelligence. It's just I think with this a victory here, he'll be able to get rid of any bad vibe that people have about him.
Well, I think to be honest, there's those weird vibes because they see all the potential in him, and then they want him to succeed.
Yeah. And I know. I want him to succeed more than anybody else. I have more invested than anybody else. So they can imagine. I understand their frustration, but imagine mine when he doesn't do what I ask. So and that's just part of the. I've heard things where people say he should replace his whole team. He should do this. He should do that.
Yeah. What do you think about it? That's.
I don't really worry about it too much because to know Chris, the people that really know him, the team that I'm involved with, with Goose and Al Heyman, they know what I've done with them over the past 7 years. And if I'll tell you one thing, if we were to bring someone in like a disciplinary and a taskmaster in your face type guy, Chris would probably lay him out and it would last one day.
Daryl said something interesting too, is where you just have to keep it interesting, keep everything that you're doing, because
the guy has a poor attention span, so you just got to keep him interested. Kind of like a girl that you get tired of right away. You just gotta keep it interesting.
Right on. And so final thoughts. you got a guy that's going for a chance to be the first Mexican to win the heavyweight championship. It's gonna be on HBO. I mean, talk about the excitement just going into this.
It's very exciting. You can't downplay it at all. But at the same time, you don't want to get caught up in the excitement of the event or all the hype going around it, surrounding it. Chris still has a job to do. Let's go out there and win the fight. Then we can, take all that in after the fact. I still have a job of giving him the best advice in between rounds. Calming him down if it's a bad round. Just being that calming influence in the corner. But obviously, like you said, Southern California, you have an LA native, predominantly Mexican American, Mexican market. I mean, it's huge. I can't downplay that. It's enormous.
Well, thanks, Henry. I know everybody's going to be out there, especially from SoCal, really pulling for you guys.
All right.
Okay.